Yolanda, this video is for you. So, hey there. Yolanda commented on one of my last videos. She says, hey there, my husband started his own HVAC business about a year ago while also working for his W-2 employer. As of July, he quit his job to fully focus on his business. Way to go. Like, your business is not going to grow if you're just going to act and treat it like a side hustle. Like, going all in on your business, awesome work. So, on the other hand, I have a job in accounting with okay pay and great benefits. I see my husband stay up until 2 a.m. working on proposals, invoices, etc., and also doing the work. I find it morally wrong to see him struggle while I have my own career. I want to quit my job and I want to fully work and grow our business. I think I'm capable of learning how to do proposals, work on marketing, etc., but I'm scared. I'm not sure if this is a smart thing to do. I came across your videos and find them super helpful. Is this switch the right move? And on a side note, we have 2 kids that also require lots of attention. I would love nothing more than to grow our business and spend more time with my family. So the first thing that I'll tell you is there's way more involved to running a business than we all think there is when we first get started. Tony Robbins had a funny quote that I always used years ago that says, starting a business and wanting more time off is kind of like having a newborn baby and wanting to get more sleep, right? So there are so many things to do if you're going to actually, push this thing and make something out of it. It sounds like your husband's in a pretty good position as far as it sounds like he's escaping, survival mode. So all businesses, especially heating and air business, it has a path. Like, there's a start. We start right here. We immediately go into survival mode. And if we work and work and work and work, which what sounds like your husband is doing, you will get to the point where you hit this, or you make it to the wall of volume. Right? Once you get to the wall of volume, then if we don't do something from here, then it has a tendency to go off and just die. The business will die. And it's because there's just too many things on your husband's plate. He's juggling too many things. So it's admirable that you want to help him out of this. What I would challenge you to think about is, quite possibly, at least right now, is to try to help him anyways. Like, even if it's just for 1 hour a night, just try to help him on the back end administrative work, because you'd be surprised at how much farther along he can go once he corrects all these time consuming things that he has to do when he gets home. This was one of the biggest shifts that I had in my business when I started out. It was having a done price book and that goes for service, and it also goes for installs. Like, being able to build a 3-option or 4-option bid in 5 minutes or less right there on the spot while you're with the customer saves you so much time. I can't even stress like how much time it saved me. If I got off at 7 o'clock, I could actually be home and not have bids to work on because I got them done while I was at the customer's home. But if I brought that home in the past, I would just bring them home, and I was just like your husband. I'd work till 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and then I'd have bids to do. And then I have to call those customers either that night or first thing in the morning. So one of the first things you need to do is start building processes. So once there's some processes built, which means like getting your price book done, that takes time. That is the boring business building work. Like, you've got to sit down and focus on your CRM. If you don't have a CRM, you got to get a CRM. So get started there. We always recommend House Call Pro for people starting out. It's and they've added so many cool things to House Call Pro that, like, it'll take you a long way. So just start there. And it's affordable. So if he doesn't decide to change what he's doing, if he won't take some time, which I know he doesn't have much spare time, but when he does get spare time, he's got to build a price book. Once he does that, then he'll be able to deliver bids immediately instead of bringing that stuff home, bringing home homework for the business. There'll be other things that he can work on in his free time. Trust me, it's never ending. It's one of the things about business is you're never caught up. You just kind of get used to never being caught up. So this in the beginning, in order to get this volume place, you're somewhat sustainable, like at least you have enough work for you. But if you, like, you're sustainable for a short amount of time. I mean, this short amount of time could be a couple of years, but you're going to start burning out. You're just going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. And so when the amount of work is more than the number of hours that you're willing to work and continue to trade all your time for money, it's time to hire somebody. One of the first hires that is probably one of the most smarter hires that you can make, there's two. So number one is getting a helper. I would immediately hire a helper if I've got that much work, because guys, at the end of the day, if you could just save yourself like 3,000 steps a day by sending the helper back and forth to the truck or to run errands or whatever needs to be done, that's more energy that you can use. So get a helper, take a little bit of the load off. Next, get somebody in the office to start answering and helping with the phones and all the back-end administrative stuff that has to be done. So if you're going to go to work with your business, or if you're going to quit your job, go to work with your husband. This is not to spend more time with my family. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's not. Like, it's, if you're doing a good job, it's a full-time job. Like, you're going to have stuff to do. It's only going to get busier and busier and busier as the customer list grows. And if you're going to help with some marketing, that's going to make the business get busier and busier. So just having clear expectations between the two of you, like your husband understanding exactly what it is that you're taking responsibility for, that way you can help hold each other accountable for this. That's going to be key. Because otherwise, if you take the phones and you just decide not to answer the phone whenever you want, if you decide not to take action when he asks you to file for pull a permit or something to that nature, it's going to drive him crazy. And it's going to make him, because he's so used to controlling everything, it's going to drive him crazy. So have clear expectations, clear roles, clarify the role between the two of you, and then you'll be okay. But just know that if things don't change the way things are going with him working till 2 o'clock at night, that's just not sustainable. Like, you get to a point in business where you have enough work for you, you get to that volume place. Like I said, you're not going to get to the next level. You're not going to get to the next wall without having processes, a price book, having ways to fill the calendar when there's nothing on the schedule, just to keep everybody busy on the team so you can hire more people. There's a lot here. So anyhow, I hope this was helpful. Get to the point. Congratulations to you both for him going all in on his business and your support. I cannot tell you how much your support means to your husband. I can't even express what that looks like. But my wife was that for me. So bless you for doing that for him, and I wish you guys the best. What I would love to see you do is reach out to me, either comment on this video, and let's talk about getting you guys into our HVAC Millionaire University so that we can teach you how to make this thing scalable. And if once you implement everything that it takes to make it scalable, then your business is actually sellable. Whether you ever want to sell it or not doesn't matter. The goal for every business owner is to get to a place to where it is sellable. So I'd love to help you do that. Appreciate the question. You guys got this. I'll see you on the next one. Boom.